Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Trev back again here to bring another video. So this time I'm going to be doing, starting up my Season 2 reviews of The Walking Dead. It's been a while, but it went by pretty quick for me. How about you guys? Hopefully it went by pretty quick, the wait in between seasons, and can't believe the day is here. The Walking Dead first episode, What Lies Ahead, premiered today, Sunday, October 16th, 2011, and it was stupendous. Now, before I get started into it, I want to say that this review will contain spoilers. For anybody who has not watched the show yet, please watch it. You can probably find it on ISO Hunt, on torrents by the time you're watching this, maybe online. Pretty easy to find. If you want me to give you the exact link, PM me or something, I'll probably send it to you. Anyway, this episode was absolutely amazing. To get it started, let's start right from the top, from the beginning. It started off super exciting. They wanted to start Season 2 off with a bang, absolutely, and they did that for sure. There's no question about it. The initial act, or scene, where the herd is coming down the highway and basically they're all, getting under the cars and stuff. We kind of knew that was going to happen anyway because we saw it in the trailers, but it was even more exciting, more exhilarating to watch it on screen. This was maybe the most exciting and suspenseful 30 minutes of the Walking Dead TV show so far. More exciting, in my opinion, than anything in the first season. In addition to that, we finally got to see some, some one-on-one, fighting with some zombies with some of the other cast members who, like you've got Andrea stuck in the RV, basically, while the zombies coming after her, right? So, that screwdriver kill was just amazing, man. Like, that was just awesome. Very well done, and the actor who plays Andrea did an amazing job. I am always continuously impressed with her performance because that was just amazing. That whole scene was great. And then, starting it off that well, I was kind of wondering, are they going to be able to keep this up for the rest of the episode? They started playing some commercials and stuff. I'm like, is this going to continue on? How good this was. And it did continue for a while. There were some amazing zombie kills. It's hard to say even which one was my favorite in this one. Let me know in the comments, guys. What was your favorite zombie kill from this episode? Because there were some good ones. Daryl had some amazing zombie kills. The one where he snuck up behind that zombie on the highway there and stabbed it in the back of the head. That was something crazy. And then lay down underneath it. Later on, you see like Daryl. He's like tracking Sophia and stuff. And I'm thinking, this guy's like Wolverine of the Walking Dead. No, no questions about it, man. He really is. Like he had some awesome zombie kills there. I also like the other one where he shot the zombie in the back of the head with a crossbow when Rick, distracted it. And probably my favorite is inside the church when Daryl goes to slash the zombie, basically cut its head, right off. He before he does it, he kind of whistles at it like like it's like an animal, like he kind of like that, and then he cuts his head off. I thought that was just funny. He does a great job too, that actor. This might be my favorite single episode of a TV show ever. I mean, this thing was amazing. The part where Sophia's running away and Rick's running away is insanely suspenseful. And you guys, I don't know if you know this, but one of the common dream types that people have is a running dream, where you're running away from something and being chased by something. That is an anxiety type dream. Psychologists, they look for this when you're talking about your dream interpretation and things like this. You can tell if someone is kind of going through a really stressful period in their life if they have running dreams where they're running away from things. And whoever the writer was for this episode really knows his stuff when it comes to fear and stress and anxiety, because an anxiety dream, like the worst kinds, are pretty much the ones where people dream running away from things. And the way that they filmed that with Rick with the rock and just smashing those zombies head, like that was crazy, man. That was amazing. It was just so good. From all the way through. And then I noticed after this part here, we started to see a lot more commercials, at least on AMC, where I was watching here in Canada. There was a lot of commercials in the second half, like more than usual. Quite a few commercials, but that's nothing against the episode itself. That's just the way that they had the first part. There wasn't many commercials, so they put it at the second half of the episode. And then as it went on, it slowed down a bit, and you had a lot more dialogue between the characters talking. And That was fine. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, you got to have dialogue. You can't have action like that all the time and suspense like that all the time. So, you got a lot of good interaction between Shane and Carl and Lori. And, the funny thing about Lori is that she's a lot like she is in the comic book. She's just a total bitch, she's a total bitch. Like, she's protective and stuff, but the way she comes off when she talks to people, especially when she's talking to Sophia's mom and stuff, like, she just comes across in the wrong way. She's a total bitch. There's no question about that. Anyway, carrying on from there, so you had some good interactions between them. You had some good interactions with Andrea, starting to get pissed off at Dale and, offering to go away with Shane if that comes about. I think that'd be interesting for a couple episodes, but I wouldn't like to see them split off on their own completely. Maybe just for a little while, and then come back to the main group afterwards. Andrew Lincoln, I'll have to say, did an amazing job with his performance in this episode, as well as did the rest of the cast. The guy who plays Shane is good as always. Dale didn't do too much, so I can't really say much about him. Glenn also didn't do too much. Who else is there really? The others did a decent job, but didn't really have too many scenes on their own. The standouts for this episode definitely I would have to say would be the ending. Right up to about the 3/4 of the way through the episode, I was kind of thinking, okay, so it starts off really good, but then, it slows down. The ending is not very good. I was wrong. I mean, the ending scene was just absolutely crazy. I'm going to say it one more time. Huge spoilers. Turn the video off now if you haven't seen it. We got to see the scene from the comic book in the second trade paperback where Carl gets shot, but they made it even better because he's kind of like, it happened out of nowhere. It was so like surprising because he's walking up to a buck, and then it gets shot right through. Oh man, when he fell back and everything, that was just crazy. Like, what a shock, especially to people who haven't read the comic book. If you hadn't read the comic book, it was still a shock to people who have. Because you didn't know what was going to happen at that time. Like, it really didn't seem like that was when that was going to go down. Because that's quite a bit into the second book. We might even see the prison at the end of the season. I mean, we got 13 episodes, and that was just the first one. And, that was very, very crazy. And in the end, I got to say, this is the best episode of The Walking Dead so far, man. For me, this is a 10 out of 10. It knocked it out of the park, in terms of suspense, in terms of action, in terms of zombie kills, in terms of dialogue. I mean, this was an amazing episode. My second favorite episode now is Guts, which is episode 2 from the first season. But this, for sure, what lies ahead past Guts, by leaps and bounds. This was just such an awesome episode. I hope they can continue this on into the rest of the season with this kind of, they don't need a huge budget. See, I don't know if you guys know, but I've said in some of my other videos that the budget was cut this season. So AMC doesn't have as big of a budget to do it as they did last season. And, that's kind of messed up because last season was 6 episodes and this season is 13. And they have a smaller budget for this season than they did for last season. Okay? Now, at this point, when this episode comes out, Frank Darabont was involved in at least the first 2 or 3 episodes as far as I know. After that, he got fired, so the rest of the episodes of the season are up in the air. Who knows? But definitely this one was of, extremely high quality, same as the first season. I hope the rest of the season continues on. I'll be doing reviews for every single episode of The Walking Dead going forward. Definitely giving my thoughts, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Let's talk about it. Leave comments. Going on from there pretty much. Just a few little things about the episode that, that I like to say. I don't know if many people know this, but actually going up to a deer like that or a buck is not a good idea. In the real world, if you do that, they actually have razor sharp hooves, and they can slice you down, man. They seriously can. If you go right up to a buck and it cuts you, you're done, man. That's it. It depends where, but they can fucking slice you up bad. Anyway, so that part I was like, I don't know, man. Most people don't know that though. That's the thing. You don't know that a deer can fuck you up, but it can fuck you up really bad. If you go right up to a deer and that thing slices you, you're done. That's all there is to it. Anyway, so that's one thing. Another thing is, the whole thing with Shane going off on his own. I think that might be a cool idea. Because I don't know if there's really room in the group. I mean, the comic book, we didn't get to see anywhere near them being together this long, Rick and Shane, and sort of vying for control and that kind of stuff. I think that it would be kind of cool to see Shane go off on his own and kind of come back here and there and be around, like in the same kind of geographical area that they are, so that way he's close by, so you can have some episodes with him kind of coming in and out and this kind of stuff. I think that would be cool. Other than that, I don't really know how much there is for me to say, aside from the fact that just, some amazing scenes in this episode. The best zombie kills of the entire Walking Dead so far. The most exciting, the most thrilling episode we've had so far. And something that was definitely worthy of even like a movie. Or even better than most zombie movies. By leaps and bounds better than most zombie movies these days. I think that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Like I said before, a 10 out of 10 for me. Couldn't be happier. Later, guys. Peace.